regarding the ongoing situation in Iran. I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks."
President Trump, yet again, looking all of this down the barrel of a gun, potentially a nuclear barrel, and saying, you know what? I've got strength on my side. I'm going to take the meeting. Potentially, he's now signaled that the United States will continue negotiations. We know that the NATO meeting is coming up next week. We know that the EU foreign ministers are going to be meeting with Iranian diplomats and potentially their foreign minister in Geneva next week. Witkoff, of course, also speaking directly with President Trump's special envoy, meeting directly with and speaking directly with the foreign minister of Iran. And the White House also saying that Iran could come to Washington, D.C. I mean, Kenny, could you imagine any other president actually sitting down and meeting with Iranian officials at the White House?
Absolutely not. Trump has his finger on the button, and most presidents would just press it and say, this is the decision that we're making. We're going to bomb Iran. We're going to end all negotiations. We're not even going to have people come to the table. But President Trump is different. He knows the threat and the amount of firepower that the United States military has at its access. We could help Iran out. We could bomb. We could make Iran all glass if we wanted to. But that's not what President Trump wants to do. He knows the risk that there is in embassies on American bases. He knows that if we struck right now, we would be stuck in Iran for a very long time. Our men and women would be put in danger, in harm's way by the Iranian military and by China, by so many countries that back Iran. We know this. We know that it's exactly what would happen. President Trump knows that's what would happen. So he has his finger on the button to bring people to the table. And that's exactly what his foreign policy has been over the last 10 years, is to use that strength negotiating power, know that the cards are in our favor, know that we have the power, Iran doesn't. We know that we're not a third world country. Iran is a third world country. If we look at these negotiations, we know that we have the power. We know that we control the conversation. It is no longer that any other country in the world controls the narrative, controls the conversation, where the power should go, what strikes should there be, who should be negotiating, who should come to the table. The United States has that. America has that. And that's what President Trump's main focus is. I trust that regardless of what happens over the next 2 weeks, that President Trump is going to make the right move. And this shows that hesitation, knowing that if we can negotiate our way into bringing Iran to the table and denuclearizing Iran, that we need to take that opportunity instead of just going into firepower, starting another knit forever war. And that's exactly what Trump is going to do. He is going to ensure that we stay away from those things and keep our men and women in the military out of the way and future generations from being in a forever war.